What does the next stimulus package look like, and what does it actually contain? For example, does it contain the fourth stimulus check? And what about this raise for SSI that we've been hearing about? And does the raise extend out to Social Security, SSDI, and VA beneficiaries? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video, so let's get into it. But hey everybody, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate. I'm back every single day to keep you updated with everything you need to know, answer your questions, and to do whatever I possibly can to help you out through this time. Thank you so much for your support. Let's talk through this. So over the last few days here, I've been getting these questions multiple times every single day, and I wanted to address them for you in this video. Many of you have been asking, is this next package that's going to be unveiled in the next couple days here the next stimulus package? Does it contain the fourth stimulus check? What about this raise for SSI? Does it include SSDI, retirement, survivors, and VA beneficiaries? And most importantly, when are we going to get it? Can you tell us? So, that's exactly what I want to focus on in this video, is answering all of these questions for you. So, let's go through it one by one. First off, this next package that's going to be unveiled here in the next few days by President Biden, is that the next stimulus package? Well, technically, no. Technically, that is not considered a stimulus package. In fact, they are considering it the second portion of President Biden's infrastructure bill. The name for it is the American Families Plan, or as some people have been calling it, human infrastructure. That's just kind of like the fun name that they're calling it, human infrastructure, simply because the majority of this plan is focused on social programs. For example, it has skills training in there for workers, it has money in there for childcare and for education. It's expected to cost about $1 trillion. Now, that is what is in there right now. However, let's jump to another question. Does it contain the fourth stimulus check? Well, as it's currently written right now and how it's going to be proposed, no, it doesn't contain stimulus check number 4. However, let's talk about this a little further. This package would be the perfect vehicle to include the next stimulus check number 4. It's highly unlikely that stimulus check number 4 is going to be passed through as its own standalone bill, but rather they're going to include it in some kind of bill that's already in play, right? So this next portion of the infrastructure package, this one that's going to be unveiled that we're talking about here, would be the perfect vesicle to add stimulus check number 4 right into it. So just because as they unveil it, if it doesn't include it, it doesn't mean that it can't be added. Things can certainly be added and taken away with really no problem at all, right? It's just a matter of just simply putting it into the proposal and say, okay, we've just included stimulus check number 4. Get what I'm saying? So let's go through the next question being, what about this raise for SSI that we've been talking about? I've had a few videos about this over the last couple of days here. What about this? Is it going to be included in this next plan? Well, as it currently stands, it is not in there right now. However, as you saw in the last video where we had Corey read that letter to you, word for word, the exact letter and proposal that was written up by all of these lawmakers and submitted to the president and vice president. It says it right in there. They're calling on the president and vice president to include this raise for SSI beneficiaries right there into the American Families Plan, which is this second portion of the infrastructure package that's going to be unveiled in the next couple days. So, as it currently stands, it's not in there. However, all of these lawmakers are calling on them to, hey, add it into the plan. Please reform SSI and do it right here in this plan. Once again, this next, the second portion of the infrastructure package, this American Families Plan, would once again be a perfect vehicle or vesicle to add this reform to SSI, because once again, it is so-called human infrastructure right there. It's focused on social programs. Well, I mean, seriously, this plan wouldn't be like, I mean, it'd be like the perfect place to add reform to SSI. I mean, seriously, that's exactly what it is. It's a social program to help people out with like basically their basic necessities for income, right? So I mean, this would be like the perfect place to add this SSI reform into it, right? So yeah, pretty good. We will have to see what happens, of course. Once it's unveiled, at that point, I think we're going to get a lot more proposals and people coming out saying, we like it, it's a nice proposal, but we need to add blank, blank, and blank into this plan because it's missing this. It looks good how it is, but we need to add all of these other elements within it because, we're missing in these areas. So I would not be surprised one bit to see if they want to add stimulus check number 4 and really push to get this SSI reform added right into this American Families Plan. We'll have to see what happens over the coming days here. We won't know much. Well, I mean, things could obviously change between now and then, but once it's unveiled, I think that's when things are really going to start coming out and the pressure is going to be on for all of these programs to be added into the bill, right? Okay, so next question is, many of you have been asking me, when are we going to get stimulus check number 4 and or when is this raised for SSI going to go into effect? Well, I want to make it very clear. As it currently stands, it is still a proposal at this time. So we would need to get additional support and we would need the president and vice president to back this thing up. At that point, once they have it backed up and they agree on it and they decide, hey, let's actually do this, we like it, we agree with everything, let's write it all up, let's write the language and the legislation, let's go forward with this, then it needs to go through the process of working its way through Congress, right? Through the House of Representatives, through the Senate, however they plan on doing all that, whether they decide to use budget reconciliation like they did on the previous bill, that $1.9 trillion stimulus package, or however they decide to do this. But that's the kind of the next steps in the process. So as many of you know, as we've watched these other stimulus packages work their way through Congress, it's typically a relatively slow process, right? They're very slow, they like to talk about everything, and they love wasting time. So, when can we get it? Honestly, I don't even want to throw dates out because I have no clue. But either way, at some point, provided all of this actually goes through and it's all passed, probably, who knows when? Seriously, I have no clue when. But we just need to continue watching it and watch it develop as it works its way through through Congress, really. That's basically what it comes out to. And through the negotiation process too, because once it's officially unveiled, then it's like, okay, let's open up for negotiations, let's open up for more proposals and see what we can get cooking here to add into this thing. You know what I mean? So I hope this answers the majority of your questions. I've been seeing these questions down below so many times on my last couple videos, and I really wanted to come out with this dedicated video to answer these most commonly asked questions that I've been seeing for you, and just let you know where we currently stand. But yeah, as of right now, that's what we know. So I hope that helps you out. Thank you so much, everybody. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below the video if you haven't done so. And feel free to share this video or any others here on the channel with your friends, family, and social media. And I will continue to keep you updated with everything else that I find. And I just want to do whatever I can to help you out. Thanks again. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you again soon.